The art of allure. Dating. 7 women peacefully. The most dangerous thing a man can carry is not desire, it is deception. Desire can be honest, attraction can be respectful. Wanting connection, adventure, romance, and variety does not make me a villain. But the moment I ask 7 women to unknowingly share a story they did not consent to, I stop being alluring and start being dishonest. I believe the art of dating multiple women peacefully is not about becoming a magician. It is about becoming a man whose clarity is so strong that nobody has to guess where they stand. Because 7 women are not 7 trophies. They are 7 entire lives. 7 histories, 7 hearts, 7 standards, 7 schedules, 7 sets of hopes, boundaries, and choices. If I want to date more than one person at a time, the only path that deserves the word peaceful is radical honesty. Not manipulation, not hidden calendars, not fake exclusivity. Not pretending I am single in every room while quietly creating chaos in every heart. I believe real charisma does not make people feel confused. It makes them feel respected. The first truth. Peacefully means everyone knows. There is a difference between casual dating and consensual non-monogamy, but both require truth. If I am casually dating and not exclusive, I communicate that early, before someone gives me their heart under assumptions I have no intention of honoring. I do not wait until she asks a direct question after weeks of intimacy, emotional investment, or promises that made her believe she was the only one. I say it plainly. I enjoy getting to know you, and I want to be transparent. I am dating non-exclusively right now. I am not asking you to be exclusive with me, and I will tell you directly if that changes. That is not cold, that is kind. Consensual non-monogamy, by definition, means everyone involved is aware of and agrees to the non-exclusive structure. If one person does not know, cannot freely agree, or feels pressured to accept an arrangement they do not truly want, then it is not peaceful. It is not ethical. It is not an art. I believe consent is not a technicality. It is the foundation. A woman may hear my truth and decide I am not for her. That is her right. I do not debate her into staying. I do not call her insecure, jealous, dramatic, or closed-minded. I do not try to make her feel old-fashioned for wanting exclusivity. I thank her for her honesty. Then I let her go with dignity. Because I do not want 7 women who tolerate a version of love that hurts them. I want only relationships built on voluntary, informed choices. I do not sell a fantasy. The fastest way to create chaos is to make every woman feel like she is secretly the future wife while I privately plan to keep everyone in rotation forever. I do not use future promises as bait. I do not say, I have never felt this way before, to 7 different people in the same month. I do not whisper exclusivity without saying the word. I do not introduce someone to my life in a way that implies commitment while avoiding the conversation that would define it. I believe mixed signals are not mysterious, they are often selfish. I have to know what I am actually offering. Am I dating casually and openly? Am I exploring a consensually non-exclusive lifestyle? Am I seeking a relationship but not ready to be exclusive? Am I emotionally unavailable and using freedom as a polished word for avoidance? These are not small questions. If I do not know what I want, I will make other people pay for my confusion. The man who dates ethically does not promise a destination he cannot offer. He offers the truth of the road he is actually on. That may mean saying, I am not looking for an exclusive relationship right now. I enjoy connection, but I am not available for a serious commitment at this point. I am seeing other people, and I want to be transparent so you can decide what is right for you. I am interested in getting to know you, but I do not want to create false expectations. Those sentences do not destroy a romance. They protect it. I believe attraction becomes more powerful when it is not poisoned by false hope. 7 is not a number, it is a responsibility. Let us be honest, dating 7 women at once is not a casual hobby. It is a serious logistical, emotional, and ethical undertakings. 7 people means 7 schedules, 7 communication styles, 7 emotional realities, and 7 opportunities for me to either show maturity or create damage. If I cannot remember what matters to someone, communicate clearly, keep commitments, protect privacy, and handle difficult conversations without disappearing, then I do not have the capacity for 7 relationships. I may have the appetite, but appetite is not capacity. I believe emotional maturity is knowing the difference. A man who tries to date 7 women because he needs constant attention may end up more lonely than he began. The calendar may be full, but the soul may be empty. He may confuse availability with intimacy, novelty with connection, and being wanted with being known. I do not want to become busy with people while remaining unavailable to everyone. So before I date multiple women, I ask myself, do I have enough time to honor plans? Can I communicate consistently without love bombing? Can I remember boundaries without making anyone feel like a name in a spreadsheet? Can I accept that any one of these women may decide this arrangement is not for her? Can I handle jealousy, disappointment, or conflict without lying? Can I tell the truth even when the truth costs me access to someone? I believe the answer to these questions reveals whether I am practicing freedom or simply avoiding responsibility. I build a code before I build a calendar. If I am dating non-exclusively, I need principles, not tricks. A code. My first rule is that I do not lie. I do not say I am just seeing friends if I am dating. I do not hide behind technical language. I do not create separate realities that collapse the moment two people compare notes. My second rule is that I do not compare women to one another. I never say, the other woman I am seeing does this better. I do not use one person's vulnerability as conversation material for another. I do not make anyone feel replaceable or ranked. I believe privacy is part of respect. Each woman deserves to know the relevant truth, that I am dating non-exclusively. But she does not need private details about who the other women are, what we do, what they share with me, or how I feel about them. Honesty does not require oversharing someone else's story. My third rule is that I make plans responsibly. If I say I will call, I call. If I set a date, I honor it. If I need to cancel, I do it early, directly, and sincerely. I do not vanish. I do not keep people waiting, because I am trying to preserve options. My fourth rule is that I do not use urgency to manufacture attachment. I do not flood someone with messages, affection, praise, and future talk just to keep their attention. I do not make them feel like they have found the love of their life on Tuesday and then become distant on Friday. I believe emotional whiplash is not charm, it is harm. My fifth rule is that I do not date people in the same tightly connected social circle without full openness and care. Dating close friends, coworkers, roommates, or people who move in the same intimate community can create unnecessary pressure, rivalry, and embarrassment. Sometimes the most ethical choice is to step away from a potential connection rather than turn a shared environment into a battlefield. I communicate before problems arrive. Peace does not happen because I avoid difficult conversations. Peace happens because I have them early. I do not wait until emotions explode to discuss expectations. I ask questions before assumptions become wounds. What does casual dating mean to you? Are you comfortable dating someone who is not exclusive? What kind of communication helps you feel respected? What boundaries matter to you? Is there anything that would make this arrangement feel unhealthy for you? What would you need from me to keep this honest? I believe questions are more seductive than declarations when they are asked with genuine care. They tell a woman that her experience matters. They tell her I am not recruiting her into a system I designed alone. I am inviting her into a conversation where she has equal agency. Healthy relationships are built on communication, equality, personal freedom, respect, trust, honesty, and conflict resolution, not on one person setting the rules while everyone else adapts. That means I listen when the answer is inconvenient. Maybe she says she is not comfortable with multiple partners. I do not try to negotiate her past her own boundaries. Maybe she says she needs more communication. I decide whether I can honestly provide that. Maybe she says she does not want sexual intimacy in a non-exclusive situation. I respect it. Maybe she changes her mind. I respect that too. I believe consent is ongoing. It is not something I receive once and keep forever. Consent must be voluntary, specific, and reversible. Someone can change her mind at any time. The strongest man in the room is not the man who gets the most yeses. He is the man who can hear no without trying to punish it. I keep my word. If I am dating several women, my word becomes even more valuable. I cannot survive on charm alone. Charm might get attention, but reliability creates trust. If I tell someone I will call at 8, I do not make a habit of appearing at midnight with a vague excuse. If I promise discretion, I protect it. If I tell someone I am unavailable, I do not suddenly become active online while ignoring her message. I believe people feel inconsistency before they can explain it. They notice when my words and actions do not recognize each other. They sense when I am keeping them close enough for access, but far enough to avoid accountability. So I become precise with my language. I do not say I miss you when I mean I am bored. I do not say I care about you when I mean I enjoy your attention. I do not say I want to see you when I only mean I want you to be available whenever I decide. My words should make people feel clear, not trapped in interpretation. And when I make a mistake, I own it. I do not blame a busy week, my personality, my past, or the complexity of dating multiple people. I say, I handled that poorly. I understand why it hurt. I am sorry. Here is what I will do differently. I believe accountability is the quietest form of confidence. I protect sexual health. If dating includes sex, the ethical responsibility becomes even more serious. I do not gamble with someone else's health because I am embarrassed to have an adult conversation. I discuss STI testing, protection, contraception, exclusivity, and changes in risk before sexual contact. Not afterward. Not when things become complicated, and not only when someone asks. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention recommends regular STI testing and using condoms correctly every time for people who are not in a mutually monogamous relationship with a tested partner. The CDC also notes that people with multiple or anonymous partners may need more frequent testing, such as every 3 to 6 months, depending on their circumstances and clinician guidance. I do not make this conversation awkward by acting ashamed. I make it normal by acting mature. I am dating non-exclusively. I want us to be clear about sexual health and protection before we go further. When were you last tested? What are your expectations around condoms and communication if anything changes? That is not killing the mood. That is protecting the people involved. I believe care is attractive, and responsibility is more alluring than recklessness will ever be. I do not play. Women against one another. A man who wants peace cannot create competition. I do not provoke jealousy to feel powerful. I do not post strategically to make someone wonder who I am with. I do not mention other dates to create scarcity. I do not use silence as punishment. I do not reward one woman for being easier than another. I do not make anybody feel like they must outperform someone else for basic decency. That is not dating. That is emotional manipulation. I believe allure is not making someone feel insecure. It is making someone feel seen. If I am dating multiple women, I understand that each connection should stand on its own truth. I do not need to weaponize my options. I do not need to constantly remind someone that I could be elsewhere. If I do, I am not confident. I am hungry for control. A confident man does not need to manufacture scarcity. His honesty creates enough clarity. I make room for jealousy without weaponizing it. Jealousy may appear even when everyone agreed to date non-exclusively. That does not automatically mean anyone is doing something wrong. Jealousy can be a signal, a fear of being replaced, a mismatch in expectations, a need for reassurance, an unmet boundary, or a realization that the arrangement no longer fits. I do not mock it. I do not say, "You knew what this was," as a way to end the conversation. I listen. What is coming up for you? What would help you feel safer? Is this arrangement still something you genuinely want? Do we need to change how we communicate, or is this no longer working for you? I believe peace is not the absence of difficult feelings. It is the ability to handle them without cruelty. But I also do not promise what I cannot give merely to make discomfort disappear. If someone needs exclusivity, and I do not want it, honesty may require me to let them go. That can hurt, but keeping someone in an arrangement that repeatedly injures them because I enjoy their presence is not love. It is selfishness with a romantic soundtrack. I know when 7 is too many. Here is the truth most people avoid. The more people I date, the less room there is for depth. 7 women may be possible in a technical sense. A man can schedule dates, messages, calls, and emotional check-ins. But can he truly give each person attention, respect, consistency, and the space to be known? Maybe not. I believe the number is not impressive. The quality of my character is. If I find myself forgetting details, missing commitments, becoming emotionally exhausted, hiding, juggling lies, or feeling relieved when people do not text me, then I do not need a better system. I need fewer obligations. I have to be willing to admit that I do not have the capacity I imagined. I have to reduce the number of people I am dating, rather than reducing the quality of care I give them. There is no honor in collecting attention. There is honor in treating people well. I do not need 7 connections to prove I am desirable. I do not need a crowded dating life to prove I am valuable. I do not need constant feminine attention to avoid sitting with my own loneliness. I believe a man becomes magnetic when he is complete enough not to use people as mirrors. The true art of allure. Allure is not a game. It is not a stack of clever lines, a rotation of dates, or a strategy to keep people emotionally invested while I remain unreachable. Allure is the energy of a man who is comfortable in his own skin. A man who does not lie because he does not fear losing access. A man who listens. A man who keeps his word. A man who honors boundaries. A man who can say what he wants without making another person responsible for his emptiness. A man who chooses presence over performance. I believe that kind of man does not need to chase 7 women. He attracts people because he makes them feel safe in the truth. So if I date 7 women at the same time, I do it only with consent, transparency, health awareness, privacy, clear boundaries, and a willingness to accept that every woman is free to leave the moment the arrangement no longer serves her. And if I cannot offer that, then I do not call it peaceful. I call it what it is, a storm I created because I was too afraid to be honest. But if I can lead with truth, if I can be direct, respectful, mature, and emotionally accountable, then I do not have to hide my life in shadows. I can date with openness. I can desire without deceiving. I can create connection without creating casualties. And I believe that is the most charismatic form of allure a man can ever possess. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe.